Oh boy, I hope that worked. I'm gonna refresh. Yes, it's working. Oh boy, I hope that. Why does it say I'm playing Dead Space? I am not playing Dead Space. Yes, it's working. Oh boy, I hope that. Why does it say I'm playing Dead Space? I am not playing Dead Space. Yes, it's working. Oh boy. Also, I am hearing so much echo of myself. Jeez. I'm turning that. I opened the stream and that was bad. Um, I'm gonna try opening it because I want to make sure I can. I mean, I can see chat from there. I should probably give it a second anyway. Uh, I'm gonna open it again on my browser so that. But hold on. Oh, I know why the echo was happening. It was because it was looping because OBS is also capturing desktop audio. So it was capturing the browser. That's stupid. That's very stupid. Okay. Wait, why is it showing? Oh, okay. I was like, why is it showing Gundam? And I realized it's because I tabbed out, and that's why I tabbed away from, because that's my background. If I that's my desktop background. Um. I don't know what I'm doing. Hi. Um. First, I need to figure out, does the audio sound okay? Because the audio's really weird. Well, not really weird. Um, well, like, I'm borrowing my roommate's microphone, and it's not like directly in front of my mouth. It's to my right because I don't. It doesn't have a stand, and um, what was it? It's just stupid. Okay, as long as it sounds fine. And it kind of sounded fine when I briefly heard the echo or the feedback from opening the stream by accident. But it's very dumb because it's just like I don't know. It's whatever. Um, but like the headset I have, I mean, like my headset has a mic, but the mic is terrible. Like these are $15 headphones that I use because the older ones I had that were more expensive broke. I had those Kraken Kitty ones, like those pink ones. Um, I had those, and then they broke, and I was like, "Wow, not doing that again." So, yeah, I mean, I was gonna turn my camera on for this anyway, so I might as well go ahead and do that. Like these are cheap. These are very cheap. I'm gonna make me smaller. That's probably fine. Um, also, I need to keep remembering where the camera is because I feel like I sit at my desk weird because like the tablet is like right below me, but my monitor is slightly tilted so that like if I'm sitting straight on the tablet or the computer is at a side, which is like I probably should fix that, but my desk is a mess. Like there is tons of stuff on here, um, so it's bad. Yeah. So I don't know what we're doing here, and I need to what is it? I need to figure out because I usually go like this. Okay, yeah, that's kind of better. Um, I don't know what we're gonna do. I mean, I said like yeah, drawing stream because like I've streamed games before, but that's one. It's not like that's just like usually me and like no one watching anyway. And that's playing a game. This is drawing, so that's very different. Um, I mean, I will say I'm not gonna work. I mean, like I just released a page an hour before this went up, um, and uh, I'm not gonna work on a page. Like we're not. I don't want to do that. We're just gonna do whatever the heck I think of. I mean, I kind of had an idea. I first was thinking about trying to do an animation because I was like that might be fun, but like I mean like let me make an animation. Like there's switches like this one because like you open it and then there's like all these folders over here and stuff. Yeah, okay, yes, the cursor does show up. So it's just like I was like I should not just struggle through this on screen or stream, um, I'm glad you're excited. Uh, I'm very, I mean, I'm always excited about what's going to happen. I mean, I basically every day of my life, I'm like, oh, there's so much happening. Like, there's, sorry, gross in my throat. Um, sometimes I just think about, I'm just like, let's think about the final boss fight, because that's been kind of set for a long time. Um, I kind of got off track. This I don't know what I'm not gonna struggle through doing animation folders on stream. Like I know there's like a timeline thing down here you can open that like I it's probably one of these windows. Animation cells probably this. That didn't change anything. So oh wait, it changed it over there. What was that? What was that? Oh, it was that window. Yeah, I'm not gonna struggle through this on stream because that I don't think will be fun for anyone, um, especially me, because yeah. Um, I'm especially glad also that page looked good because I struggled to draw the mall. Actually, I will let y'all see. This is what the mall originally looked like. Um, even without that, like, I this was the first thing I was actually drawing with this page, and I was like figuring out. I'm like, how do I want the mall to look? Because I hadn't fully decided yet, and it was going to be a more like around enclosed around a an area, which and then I like did that, and then I was starting it, and then I kind of did it, and I was like, okay, it's just gonna loop around together, and I'm like, oh, this is just the mall from Dead Rising, and I was like, oh well, I'm doing that, not like intentionally or anything, of course, and like it also is different. Like this area is a department store, and like it's like a separate thing, um, and Dead Rising doesn't have a above ground parking garage. That's all underground in that game, but I'm just gonna end up talking about video games this whole time. By the way, that's probably what's going to happen. Um, yeah, this is how it originally looked, and then I was doing this, and then I was like, wait, where? Because like this is a department store. Where do the trucks unload? And I was like, oh, I messed up. Which you'd think, working retail, you'd think I would have thought about that first. But then I was like, I need to redesign it, and then so I deleted that layer, and then did. So was it this one? It's one of these. That one, sort of. This also originally looked way smaller. Um, I condensed like this whole middle section like was like this part was basically here, and then I was like, this is way too small for them all, so I zoomed out. Um, this was the original. Well, like this was also not the original. This was the original. Like I was like drawing one of those. At the like at the mall, the directory. Um, I was like using that, like trying to do that for a reference. I was like, okay, here's how it's gonna go. Like here's where Brooke and her friends came in, but like that's like it's like that's just a clothing store. It's fake Macy's. Um, so I was like, they're coming in over here, but there's other stuff everywhere, and like here's the main entrance to the mall. But then I changed it all to you know this to that. Oop, wait, that's wrong. To that because that I nice. Um, I was googling. I just like I should actually look at pictures of malls instead of just thinking about what they are in my head. Because I mean, I was thinking about there's the mall near me. There's the mall where I used to live, in which I can still drive there. It's still like it's only like a few minutes far away. But I was like let's just Google the floor plans of those malls, and I did. And obviously, I'm not going to talk about which ones those are, but yeah, I just Googled those, and I was like, yeah, let's just do something more like that, cause instead of the Willamette Mall, again unintentional. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna kind of just. I mean, I'm gonna draw Brooke because Brooke is literally all I think about, and yeah, it's hard to not think about her honestly. It's a hair in my mouth. Yes, I have a Blue's Clues Club because I'm that kind of person. I mean, not actually. I mean, like, yes, I really loved Blue's Clues as a kid. I played those there are like adventure games that were made by Humongous Entertainment, who makes or made like Freddy Fish, Pajama Sam, and the Backyard Sports games that developer made some Blues Clues games, and I played the heck out of those as a kid, and that was like my first um, experience with like adventure games, where it's like, hey, you have an inventory and you go around and do stuff, and that was very um, important to me, like, and my sensibilities later on, and what video games I like, because I like adventure games, and I like, I mean, Blue's Clues is not a narrative thing really, but I like games where you walk around and talk to people, because, and I like murdering things because I'm also that kind of person. Whatever. I'm just rambling. I mean, that's the problem with this, is I'm just rambling. Uh, I don't know. I mean, I kind of wanted to draw. I mean, so I was thinking about, well, so the animation I wanted to do. Um, Let me show this, because I hinted this a while ago. Like, I definitely said at one point, like, if someone can guess what the characters in the comic are, it's like, or some characters are named after, I was like, like, I would do something. And like, I never expected anyone to get it, and no one did. I mean, which I expected, because it's a somewhat obscure series. There are two games on that were on the DS called Hotel Dusk and Last Window. They starred this guy. His name is Kyle Hyde. Yes, I named Brooke after him. That is actually where her last name comes from. Is I was just like, I'm just gonna name her after Kyle. These are two um, adventure games where you, like, the first one you're in a hotel, and the second one you're in an apartment complex, and he's a former detective, and he just walks around and talks to people and solves puzzles, and they're two of my favorite games of all time. I love them. Um, and I think the writing's really good. I really like the art. I mean, like, that's why, if you saw in that recent, I had that art of Brooke. I mean, I can pull that up. Though I actually should. Hold on, 1 second. I'm gonna hide that because I don't want to accidentally show spoilers by opening my files, because that's in my concept folder, and like, there are some spoilers in there. Because I've conceptualized some stuff later on. Uh, okay, now you can see it's loading. Yeah, this is clearly, I was drawing her in the style of her namesake. Oh wait, shit, wait, that was me. I thought, I'm stupid. I closed OBS instead, or minimize OBS instead of minimizing the thing. I've been looking at OBS running on my monitor. I'm stupid. But yeah, I was just trying to draw her like Kyle, and like, or the characters in this game. Um, if you can't play it, I think they're really good. I really hope they get. I mean, Nintendo DS games don't get ported because they're DS games. But if y'all remember, there was a game that came out last year, another Code Recollection. Those are two remakes of games from the same developer. As There was a Japanese developer, Sing, um, Cing. I don't actually know if it's Sing or King. I always assume Sing, um, but those games, that, like, the first game was a DS game, the second game was a Wii game. They remade those for Switch, and when that happened, I was like, "Are you freaking kidding me?" So I mean, I had not finished either of those ones yet. I did finish the original one, but the Wii one we never got in North America, so I have not played that version. But that game, I want to. It looks really cool. But the remakes were they were good. I liked them. They changed some stuff, I know, that which was a little weird, but it was still good. And I'm like, oh my god, Kyle Hyde games coming out on modern platforms is not a it's like it's not impossible anymore. It's also because they involved some of the original dev team with that too, like the original artist and writer, I believe. So I was like, please, please, I need Kyle Hyde 3 because they tease. I mean, there's a lot there's stuff left hanging, sort of. I mean, there's like some overarching stuff, but I was really like they said at one point. I'm sorry. I know this was going to be a drawing stream, and I'm like, let me tell you about Hotel Dusk, Room 215, and Last Window, The Secret of Cape West, because they are very good video games. Um, yeah, I don't know. I really want that. I really hope that happens because I would love that. Um, but yeah, I was thinking about doing an animation. That's what I forgot to show because this is oh wait, no, that worked. Let me just because it runs like this. Like this is how the characters look. Like I love the animation style. The background is Gundam Witch from Mercury, the Gundam show that came out 3 years ago. I think it was late 2022, and then yeah, late 2022 was the first season, and then the second season was like mid 2023. That show, I mean, that's the only Gundam I've honestly watched. It's really good. It's really good. I can't. It's one of my favorite shows I've ever watched. I really need to watch the new one because it has Hideaki Anno work on it. But anyway, I'm rambling. Um, I wanted to draw Brooke doing an animation like this because it's kind of simple, but like it just like it looks so good. And Kyle's so smug. I love Kyle is the best. Like there's I don't know where that's his wait. Yeah, that's him in Smash, I think. Is that no, there's there's a trophy of him in Smash and it's the only I think it was Brawl. So it was a while ago, but like it was the only trophy in the game that was actually animated, which is very funny. It was Kyle. Um, but yeah, I named Brooke after him because I'm like that. I in my like head, Brooke is or Kyle is like her great uncle or something because I don't know if he actually I don't think he has any siblings, so it would maybe have to be cousin or something. But I named Brooke after him because and also it worked with that joke I made once at one point where she's like she hides her identity, haha. Also, hides just a good name. So yeah, I've been We've been. This has been 20 minutes of me just talking about stuff. I promise drawing. I'm sorry. Um. So let's see. I don't know. I was just gonna just kind of. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Like that's what I was thinking at first. Like I was gonna do the animation, then I was like, I probably should not do that. So I'm like, what are we gonna do then? And I'm like, I thought about the idea of taking your class, but I'm like, I don't know at this point. Like I don't know. So maybe in a bit, but like right now I'm like I've never done this before. I'm clearly just nervous rambling because that's what I do when I don't know what to talk about. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, if you have questions about the comic and there's there's stuff I can't answer, I will. I mean, I feel like I've always done that anyway. Like if I answer questions in the comments, like all the time anyway, or was answering it in the thing. I don't know. Boobs are hard to draw. They're hard. I always feel like that's worse. Jeez. Um, I don't know. This is just drawing her freaking standing straight ahead. So that's just like the most boring thing, but the thing I'm most comfortable drawing, and is how I mean, y'all have read the comic. You see, I forget if I've probably I've said this to someone at some point, I think, but like um, I draw more now than like in a day. Like today, like I drew, that page, and yesterday. But oh, that's fucked up. That's messed up. Sorry, I swear. Um, uh, I draw more in a day now than I did for like entire months at a time because I drew some digital, but like that was mainly like I got a drawing tablet when I was in college, like a cheap one that was probably like $40 or something. I don't remember, but it was one that didn't have a screen, so it was drawing on a tablet and like that. I think really did not help. Like then I when I got this one like secondhand on eBay, and um, it made a real difference. It's also I'm bad at making things center. I'm always like kind of it's always leaning a little to the. So if I do that, that kind of makes it a little better. It's like I always draw things at a slight angle. I have to fix them, and I don't always remember to. So don't flip my drawings because you'll see how bad I am. um, I don't know. I'm just rambling. I don't know. Sometimes like like what was I remember I streamed like Yakuza 7 for like 4 hours once, and that's the longest I ever streamed. But that was mainly me. I'm also being very proper. I mean, normally I would be going like I would not be drawing. I feel like I'm kind of tense. I don't know. Um, no, I do have. I meant I. What was it? If y'all want to see it at one point, I have sketchbooks. Like this is an older book. It's just I don't know. I just like I'm envisioning her. This is like probably like 21 or something, or she's older. I don't know why I wrote her saying this ends now. It just, I mean, like it is very different because like this was before like I changed how her nose looks, and the weird spike on the side is different. I mean, I feel like I change how her hair looks like often, unfortunately. But I felt good about that. Any silly lore that people would know about? I mean, really, the Hotel Dusk naming. I mean, Dr. Raver is named after a character from that. Um, and there are other characters that we haven't seen and will see that are named after them. Um, Caleb, I mean, I named Caleb because I thought the name was cool. I took the last name Gates from Nicolas Cage's character in National Treasure because I like that last name, and I was like, that's cool. I mean, originally so I'm gonna, I mean, I was gonna put this on the a Patreon post for this month for May. Is going to be one about Caleb's because he went through was originally very different. He was originally going to be, I mean, well, not very very different. He was originally going to be like a former. Well, I mean, we don't. You, you all don't know about some of his backstory. Like he was part of that team, but you don't know what he was doing before that team, which he has not told Brooke that yet. So that's not. I'm not going to say that yet. That's for later. But in the original variant, he was going to have been like a CIA operative or like some sort of black ops operative that did work for the U.S. government and was given powers by the U.S. government. Like the original like version of the story did not have Caleb's team. Like the undertones of like the government's the bad guys. That I mean that's always been the case, but it wasn't like where there was like there's a secret organization that was gonna try to destabilize the U.S. Or be a contingency against the U.S. Like that was not in there. And then that wasn't even like when I switched to being Caleb. That wasn't even in his original version. It was just kind of like the same thing but a little different. But then I realized I kind of like with something in the early pages of the comic, I had mentioned something during chapter 3 that where I was like, oh wait, I kind of made that a little awkward. I'm like, I don't know if that would work then, and I was like trying to think like, how do I get this to work? And then I had a very dumb thought that didn't end up being the case, but I was like, wait, what if Caleb was blank? And then I was like, which didn't end up being taken into his character. The thought I had is, what if he was British? Which he's not. He is American, but that was the thought I had, and then I kind of spiraled into some other stuff, and I was like, oh, this is so much better. Um, but yeah, he was originally. I keep. Does it? Is it still? Oh right, I said this before. I totally forgot. I forgot it said. I complained at the very beginning. Why does it say I'm playing Dead Space? And then because that's dumb because that's from. How do I do that? Edit. Broadcast option. Oh, here we go. Category, not Dead Space. Thank you. I'm gonna edit this now. Drawing. Ba 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 ba. I'm typing. Yeah. There we go. That's fixed. Thank you. That's because that's the last time I streamed was like when the Dead Space remake came out, and I streamed that. And thing is, I didn't put that in my broadcast like on Twitch. I did that on PlayStation. Like when you press share on PlayStation, it's like, what are you doing? And it's like, I'm streaming this game. I'm calling it this. So thank you. I saw that when I started streaming, and I totally forgot about it because I have bad memory. Unless it's about the comic, then I remember everything for the most part. But yeah, so Caleb was originally going to be, or so the original incarnation of him was going to be someone who is much older, who is going to be someone like a guy in like his late 60s, who was homeless and he was still like someone who was moving cities every few months because he was on the run, but he went on the run because like he had gotten given his powers and was like, oh, I don't want to do this anymore, and the U.S. government was like, screw you, and then he was like, well, I don't want my family to get hurt or something, but I had kind of not fully thought out his stuff, but that also his original name was Everett Porter because he could also teleport because Ace Attorney naming. I just like very very I'm very on the nose sometimes. I mean, I named the character Brooke. I mean, come on, y'all. At least you haven't seen my actual Ace Attorney OCs because I do have those. This is looking terrible, honestly. I kind of just want to restart because I feel like I've just been rambling and not focused on anything. We won't erase it, but we'll just, I don't know. Moving all the time, I feel like that sounds terrible. I mean, I've moved every year, every spring for like the last 5 years. This is the first year I didn't, and it made me happy because moving so much sucks. I like stability when I can get it, but it's always funny when I draw a book. I draw an ear and then I don't actually, I will cover up ear like this, like for reference. Also, I always mess this up. I really need to get better about like where the like eye is because I'm bad at drawing. Like y'all, you can. I was told, like, oh, you're good at drawing. I'm like, no, I'm not. It's a lot of practice, and I mean, I've done a lot of practice, so I've gotten a lot better from where the beginning of the comic was. But it's still a process. But yeah, Caleb was originally very different, and um, I am much happier with he um, where he was before. I mean, like, listen, like, this is the thing. Drawing, it's like, I mean, y'all, let me show you, like, in the corner. This is how I remember specifically drawing when I was like 15, 16. I remember drawing a character. I drew Link. I drew Link like this. Like, I distinctly remember it was like this. Because I was stupid and did not think about the fact that people have hair on the back of their heads. I was only thinking on the top, and people were like, and then someone commented where I was like, "Where is the hair in the back of their head?" And I was like, "Oh, right, people have that," which was like, I mean, I was a kid, but I was 15, but I still did that. So that was, half my life ago. But I mean, it's practice. It's a lot. It's practice. It's repetition, and finding your groove. I mean, I still think, sometimes I'm like, I do great, and then sometimes I'm like, this looks like ass. But I don't know. I mean, what helps really is like I draw the same fucking thing every freaking day. I'm sorry, I should not swear. Um, but I swear like a sailor. Because I draw Brooke all the freaking time. Because I love Brooke, and um, I think about her constantly. Hair's too big there. I'm trying to be better about like the size of things I draw too. This is looking better, but also still weird in some ways. So, I don't know. Oh, wait, right, that's why. I even talked about the ear thing, and then I was like, usually I just like put the ear there and then just eventually load it away. Yeah, for sure. I I don't know. Sometimes I think I'm really good. Like, well, no, I'm not gonna open my files and show because I don't feel like that right now. But like, I drew a couple things last summer that I was like, this is the best thing I've ever drawn, and that felt great. And now this is also looking terrible to me. Maybe because it's aimless. I don't know. I'm mm, like there's something about this that's maybe it's because her nose is too low. And like also I have the problem of like admittedly like before I worked on this comic, I mainly drew people who look the same. I mainly drew young-ish adults or um who look like this. Like okay, like here actually, which is it? That one. I am gonna briefly. I'll show y'all. Um where are they? Where did I put this art again? There it is. This is not like I should say there is something in here you'll be like, what the fuck is that? But it's I mean this was already I've already shown this before, so I don't consider it a quote unquote spoiler. Um, these are my four main characters that I think about the most. This is obviously a very old version of Brooke because um, one, she doesn't have like the tiny nose. She has it sticking out from here, and they're like that's drawn differently. But also, yeah, she has a suit. That's also different. That's changed. Like I've gone back and forth. I went back and forth in that a lot early on, and then I was like, no, she should not have one. She doesn't have the budget for that. But you'll see these are the these are my four characters that I have create like that are my main OCs, they all kind of look the same. I mean, they like are very different. I mean, um, this is Riley. They're transmask. Um, this is Shio. Um, um, she's my Persona OC. There's Brooke, obviously, and that's Gloria. She's my Ace Attorney OC. Um, yeah, I guess it's kind of like looks like Invincible. I mean, like, um, I don't know. Like, I mean, it was just kind of just like an older thing. I mean, like that was also where like she could fly and stuff. So, um, now she can. Um, the funny thing is though that like these ones, like I did these ones, and then originally her suit was like a darker black, um, like that. Like I mean, here I can show. I have it right here. That's in very Ultra. That's kind of weird proportions on that. Like her head's a little too small, I think. But I realized after I'm like, oh, it looks like she's cosplaying as Umbreon, and I was like, oh no, can't do that. There's also like, that one's good. I like that one of her too. Also really different though. I mean, I was drawing eyes differently for that her there too. Like, do I have? Is the good drawing in here? I don't know if my good drawing's in here. Oh, this is a decent one. That one felt all right. Not that one. I'm pretty sure it's in here. This is kind of like, I mean, this is not the one I was talking about, but, yeah, maybe for Halloween. Well, I mean, I've thought about doing, like, if I do a special, like, Pokemon drawing of her, it should be with her with a water team, because, I mean, duh. But, Umbreon would be a fun one, too. This one was with some manga pens I have that, I mean, one of those other drawings I did, too. I was just kind of just testing the different ones. Is it not in this sketchbook? I thought it was in this one. It is not in that one. Is it in this one? I have like 6 below me. Here's I mean, I know I've shown some of these on the Patreon, but this is an older one. There's the one where she has a surgical mask because it was going to take place in a timeline where it's like, hey, we did actually, where we did actually get rid of COVID, like, so yay. Is that a bot? How does a bot even show up on my stream? I'm getting rid of that. Oh, of course I didn't. That's weird. I can't get to it because that's really weird. I didn't have stream or chat open on my browser, so oh wait, can I edit it from here? I'm looking in OBS. Can I do anything from here? To reply, I can't delete it. Great. I'm sorry. I have it open on my browser, but for some reason it's only showing the first stream, the message and chat. I don't know. I'm sorry. Can't really do anything about that. Is it in this one? So I had this really good drawing that it was in like one of my Patreon posts, but I thought it was in the. It's not in this one. Is it in this one? That's the one I can't show you because it's not good. Well, it's not good in a different way, but. Oh, sorry. I saw, as for building a Broca water team, as long as it has Primarina on it, because Primarina is my favorite Pokemon, and when Sun Moon was coming out, I was like, I don't know. This doesn't look that interesting to me. But then I saw um, enable my icons. Um, I don't know. I mean, well, the problem I'm having with the chat is like, for some reason, like, oh, I'm looking at myself now. Now I'm looking at myself on the stream, and that's delayed. So that's really messing with me. Um, I can't do it from like, it's not showing up on like OBS has a function where I can see chat, and that one is up to date. But if I go onto my browser and open Twitch there, I can't see it there, which is really weird. Well, thank you for watching. It means a lot that like anyone came to watch. So thank you. Have a good night. Where is that drawing? I totally forgot about that one. I'll check one more sketchbook, and then if not, we'll just move on, because... Oh, this is a very... This is not the one I was thinking of, but this is a very, like, concept of Brooke, who's, like, different. No, I am in mod settings, actually, so... Show mod icons? Wait, is that it? Oh, you were right. Thank you. That's dumb. I get it now. Thank you. Delete. Goodbye. Figured it out. Thank you. That's really weird that it's like I was in mod mode, but like there's a specific one where you can not see the delete icon. Now I'm bothered because those are all my sketchbooks. Where is it? Well, that's not all of them, but would be all the ones I used. Oh well, whatever. I'll just open it. I could have just opened the freaking. Oh wait, wrong capture. It's wait, not that one. Oh wait, I just realized this has a spoiler in it. Realize I can't show because it spoils a thing in the name of the actual. Yeah, I can't show that because the name of the file spoils thing of it, and I'm like, oh, I can't really hide that. So oh well. But trust me, it's like it was a thing I drew that motivated me. I was so happy with how it turned out. I was like, oh my god, I should make this comic, and here we are. So, yeah, I'm feeling bad about this again. I don't know. I need to focus on something actually to draw because, I mean, part of me thought about drawing something that is like concepting out something for later, but I'm like, I don't feel like doing stuff that's spoilery. So, I apologize for how much I am just bouncing around everything because my brain is just like, be entertaining, do something stupid. So, yeah. I'm trying to think what. Now I just have. I also just realized I totally meant to have music going during this. Let me open that. It's 12 hours of DMCA free and copyright music for Twitch streamers. Hooray. Hopefully no ads end up playing. I totally forgot about that. 45 minutes in. Good job, me. I'm still bothered about which sketchbook that isn't where that drawing is. Because I thought I brought all of them over. I have my two big ones. I know it's not in this one. This is my, like, thick one. Those are spoilers. Here's these ones. I don't think I've shown these. I was happy with how these looked. It's just like, it is really hard for me to not talk about, I'm like, she's my character, but it's really hard for me not go like, have you heard about Brooke Hyde? Because there's stuff later on where I get so excited about what she can do, what she gets involved with. I'm like, it makes me happy just to think about her, and I love her so much. Give me a second. I'm thinking. I'm gonna try to think of something. I kind of got an idea. I have the problem where I want to always start drawing facial features first, even though, like, I shouldn't be. That might be too. At least now I have a clear focus. This is better. Trying to think about other things to talk about. I mean, really, it's just... The problem is I just always want to talk about what Brooke can do later on. Be like, you want to talk about when Brooke fights this person? Or when Brooke gets the power to do this? And, like, the problem is those things are literally years away, and I don't get to show y'all that stuff for years, and it's just like, oh my god, this sucks. Especially when things, like, get bigger. And I'm like, damn, it's gonna take even longer to get to that stuff. But I've also excised some things. I think also just literally just turning music on helped me, because now I'm like, oh, there's something going. Because I usually have, like, music or a Let's Play going while I work, because I need it. just sticking my tongue out because I do that. What was it, like yesterday? I was like walking at work and I was just like going like, and my friend, like I thought I was like, no one could see me, and my friend was like, "What are you doing?" And I was like,
"You just can't beat." Oh
no,
this orange is gross.
I'm muting till this ad is done. Okay, I'll turn it up a little bit. I don't have it. I mean, I have a VPN that I have Apple, but I just it's on YouTube, and YouTube's always like meh, 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 meh. So I just don't feel like messing with that right now. What was it? Oh yeah, I just stick my tongue out, and my friend was like, "Why are you making that face?" And I was like, "Oh." I mean, they were very. They also are like that, so. It was just funny. What is it? I mean the juxtaposition. Why did I say that? The justification I have is that I'm constantly thinking about Venom going like with Venom's giant tongue, and because I think that's cool, and I'm weird like that. So I'm just kind of going like, yeah. Good thing for me to talk about on here. That does remind me. I was thinking about. Is it in this sketchbook? Wait, no, not that one. This one. I thought about talking about. I mentioned this a long time ago. Is it? I'm pretty sure it's in this sketchbook. I'm pretty sure it is. Ooh, those are Major Comic spoilers. Not this, but I wish I could show you all this page right now because there is stuff on it. I'm pretty sure it was in here. Oh, here it is. I mentioned a long time ago, I think it was after chapter 4 or 5, I think 5, that I was like, hey, there's like, I have an idea for a one-shot that is not related to River Rhyme. Excuse me. And like, eventually, it will be something that like, I will talk more in detail about on Patreon. Like, I had the idea last summer, I think, and it was something I was really interested in developing, but I thought a lot about it, and it was like a one-shot thing, but it hasn't gone. I haven't thought about it a lot since. Well, maybe you should have her. I'm actually gonna have her with her hands in her pocket. How would that look from that angle? Something like that. Without a reference, it's kind of hard. Like envisioning myself standing like that. But anyway, the one-shot idea I have is actually sort of a fan comic. No, it is not a D&D thing. Or like a TRG. No, this is like completely unrelated. It is for a symbiote character. Their name is. I think I decided on Ouroboros, and they kind of have very snake motif. I already see there. There's like they have like snake nostrils, and kind of a V, like maybe. Stuff, but like the idea I had, I really liked was, and I should say I'm not, I'm not a system. I don't and I don't know any systems or any people who, any, anyone who, I mean, can you actually use anyone? I actually don't know. That's bad of me, I'm sorry, but, a system who identifies as plural. But the idea I had was that a person comes in contact with a symbiote and they both realize that their gender is being together. Like, they not necessarily like being in symbiote form, but like they begin using we and they pronouns after the two of them come together and they identify together. But I thought tulpas are like, I mean, I know it's not specifically a system because it is just one person, but like identifying as plural. But I thought I thought tulpas are copies of people. Am I wrong about this? I'm Googling this now. Again, I am very ignorant on that was kind of right. I don't know. Oh. I guess, I don't know, but I don't know. I'm not, like, again, I would have needed to read much more about it and, like, read stuff on, like, how are these identities, like, how do they work? But that was the general idea I had, and again, I was like, it's very early, but I really liked, like, at least the initial concept. I was like, it's like, oh, gender, let's do things with gender. Because, yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know, that's an idea I had, and someday I'll work on it more, but right now it's broke. When I think of tulpa, I think of Twin Peaks. That's why I thought tulpas are, like, I guess, I mean, like, because, like, what if it's two separate balls of clay coming together and becoming one new thing? I guess that's, I don't know, again, I'm not going to pretend. I might be sounding like an ass talking about it. If I am, I'm sorry. Because I'm not fully informed on the subject. And I have not consulted with anyone. Like, I think, they're, like, yes, like, isn't that just Venom? Like, sort of, I mean, like, I've only seen the first two movies, and I read Venomverse, and I've seen some Spider-Man stuff, but I feel like Venom specifically is usually like, we are Venom, but like I feel like not, I don't know how to describe it necessarily. But, like, it was specifically more, like, thinking about, like, the joining of the two is, like, achieves a gender euphoria for them. Not just necessarily, like, symbiosis, but, like, something specifically about, like, this is how the two of them begin identifying. But they don't identify as, like, we are this one new person. It's, like, we together are this. Okay, I don't know. I'm not sure. It sort of is and isn't, but this also still looks bad. I still need to figure this out.
Jimmy John's finally
No.
has toasted sandwiches,
Bad.
including the new chicken bacon.
Go away, ads. I like how it ended without it saying anything. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I have not thought about it a ton, and I would need to read more someday, maybe. But yeah. And obviously, like, that person won't show, because it's like directly like, that's a Marvel thing. Like, I'm not putting symbiotes in Riverine. Though I have thought of the idea, like, what if Brooke got a symbiote? I mean, I've not concepted out, but like at one point I was like, I should make a spider sona for Brooke, and that would just be like some sort of water strider or something. But I didn't think about it a ton. I do really wish I could just put on music that I would actually listen to, but that would be like playing Live and Learn for like 30 minutes straight, and we can't really do that here. I'm glad at least I thought of something to draw. No, it's looking kind of weird. Also, I realized I made it too big. Drawing's hard. Drawing's really hard. Is that better? Actually, I think that's worse. I'm trying to think of, again, how would her... I was thinking this is just making me want to listen to Life is Strange music, you know, like, emotions. By the way, I genuinely don't remember if I specifically gave Brooke short brown hair because I was thinking of Max Caulfield, but I realized later, I was like, oh, well, I mean, especially, maybe this. I never finished this, but, where is it? I was working on doing the Spider-Man pointing, but with Max and Brooke, because obviously, when did I work on this last? I have no idea. Yeah, just because both late teens, girls with powers, and who stretch their arm out. I was like, oh, I should do that. Yeah. I really like Max Caulfield way too much. As for the Magic the Other thing, I don't understand that. I mean, unless it's like specifically about building blocks or something. Because, like, I mean, there is the whole, you know, like, there's a chest. And, like, sometimes I kind of go that way, but sometimes usually I don't, I feel like, just because... I mean... You'll see. That kind of gives it away, but... Yeah, you'll see at some point. You will see that at some point. Like, to the degree... Like, I mean, I guess there... There are... Because... I feel like... Okay, so, I mean, the question that was asked, because I realized the bot won't see this. Can she make a water clone? I feel like there are different ways to approach that. And I don't, like, when I think of, like, when I think of, like, what could a clone be? Like, there is the thought of, like, oh, this is a new, like, because, okay, you can have clones in, like, two ways. One is, like, this is a new person with completely, like, they might be, you know, like, a copy, but, like, once the split has happened, this is a new conscience, and they have become a separate individual. I mean, yeah, if you're just asking, can she, like, a humanoid shape of water, like, I mean, yeah, like, Brooke can do that, like, right now. Like, she, I mean, you know, she can control water, like, really, almost any, like, what she can't do is control gas or solid. She can't control, you know, water vapor, and she can't control ice, or conjure them or anything. But she can't, I mean, like, basically anything with water she can do at this point. It's more like, yeah, like, it's really up to what she can think of. Like, part of the comic for me specifically is that, like, it is not just like this person, like, oh, this person got these powers that make, like, these awesome powers. It's that Brooke got the powers. I think it's very important to me that Brooke is the one who got these powers, and I mean, we haven't, you know, like, it's not like, oh, she's, like, you know, she's not a creative person, like, I would say, in the sense of, like, she doesn't, you know, draw or write. Like, she mainly is just like, I just want to be alone and read. It's really her, or play games. I mean, but really old school games. She's not, like, playing much newer stuff. But I think it's very important. Like, I think, like, that Brooke is, like, this person who does things with like, I have specifically tried to avoid, like, once I was like, okay, I'm doing this comic, I'm like, I don't want to look at anything else that does water powers, or try to, because I don't want to take too much inspiration. I mean, like, obviously it's going to happen. Like, when I was first concepting out her, like, how she would look made as water, I was rewatching the Hydro Man episodes of Spider-Man the Animated Series, which is, that series is very influential on this comic. I mean, that show was, like, my life for a while, like, when I was younger. I love that show. It's still good. I think it's still really good, and it's also very funny to watch that show and be like, oh yeah, he never punches anyone in this show, which is so funny. was like, God, the more I'm looking at it, the legs are bad.
Life doesn't come with an owner's
no.
manual. Freedom is getting to write your own.
But yeah, to go back to the clone thing, she could, take water and just she could shape that to look like a human right now. Necessarily how her expertise at piloting it, controlling it by just making it do stuff, that's maybe she couldn't do that, but she has that capability right now, at least as a base thing. She could theoretically do that, but at this point, there is, I'm just gonna say it, there's a thing in this chapter, she will have, I mentioned this form actually has been mentioned in the comic. It was mentioned a bit ago, but we have not it was mentioned very briefly in passing, and it if the name it's you might not understand and you wouldn't from it's just kind of her thinking, but God, I've messed this up. Trying to think how would this look. How would yeah, I should do this for now. We're gonna see a new she will have a new form that she came up with a month ago or over a month ago in actual comic time, but we have not seen on screen, because this has not I have not really stated this specifically. But she has not really done when there were 2 weeks after she did the fire thing, she saved the people from the burning building, where she was yeah, I'm a superhero now, and she was kind of wandering around I don't know what I'm doing, and when she met Caleb and he started training her, she was not going out she was training all the time, so she has not it's going to be mentioned in this chapter. It's be we haven't seen Riverine, basically in 2 months, because we have literally the public has not they were yeah, she showed up and was kind of there for a second. Now she was gone. This stuff when she's heroing, it will be mentioned more. Also, dear God, I'm now just kind of mad that I messed this up. I'm fudge. As for carrying around water bottles, I don't remember what that refers to. But limited competent. I'll be honest, I think I'm too stupid to understand this. I would have to read more on that to understand what that Dunning-Kruger effect means, because my brain's not working at this moment. I'm gonna redo all that, or just move this all back, because now I'm annoyed. Not annoyed, but I'm annoyed at myself. But what was it? Oh, okay. I guess that makes sense. Just water bottles, think about, how much, right now she can hold in her, I'm trying to think, the size of my room, the size of my room is not the size of a swimming pool. When I always said swimming pool, I was thinking about, a swimming pool that, wouldn't be in a typical suburban backyard. Not an Olympic swimming pool, but it's hey, I'm going to my friend's house and they're live in a nice-ish neighborhood, and they have a pool, not a huge one, but a rectangle that you can jump into and has a deep end. I was thinking that, so that is 15 to 17,000 gallons or something like that. So that is a lot of water. Um, but um, but that does remind me. I should show y'all. I don't think I've shown this. Again, I have to close this. I closed the wrong capture. And again, I want her to or like she has so much water in her already. Like I don't know, like a water bottle like would make her be like, oh, I'm refreshed, like cause she's drinking something, but like if you like when I was thinking about this comic, I was like, okay, like when you like at Hydro Man or something, like it's like does he store water on him? I read a little bit about like I didn't want to involve myself too much with like looking at other people's water powers and being like, how do I like what have other people done? Because I don't want to do that too much. I've really tried to focus on like what are weird things you could do with water and like the human body. No, not necessarily like not like the human body like physically, but more like the form of like what is like if I am like performing acts, what can you do with it? The form she gets or she will be showing off in this chapter. Um, um, will it will be about that. It's like one of the big ones for that. Oh yeah, I forgot to turn on that. I had this idea a long time ago, and I thought it's funny. I actually had this idea before the comic. I had an idea for like a water fairy drink like a shirt with this on it and like a person like a water fairy or something drinking water and it's saying this. And then later I was like, oh, I should just do that with Brooke. Duh. So I think that's funny. But yeah, I would love to put this on a t-shirt or something, but also I like worry that someone would be weird about it. Though it was funny, I showed it to my parents and they were like, oh, that's funny. um, but I mean, the water is just on her. It's just like it's just there. Like it's not like the thing that was really important to me was that she that's good. Carrying around water is good. I used to. I still should. I might keep I mean, yeah, I could commission it, but I'm like part of me is like, like I want to do it myself cuz I mean, not like I'm like if someone else like drew Brooke, I would be like, "Oh my god, someone drew my girl." But I'm also like, "Hey, I like my own ideas too sometimes. Sometimes too much." And I'm like, "I want to be able to execute on that." Speaking of executing on that, I'm still like, "God damn it. It's just something wrong here." Maybe if I move this part forward a little bit. It's like her head. Actually, let's just I think the hood's fine. It's really just the head. That's the problem. The head's good. It's just like it's like looking over your shoulders hard. That kind of works. But it's like it is physically on her. If it's just that she chooses when it gets let out. Oh, so yeah. So the important thing is that like she is not creating or destroying matter. Like if she ran out of water, she could not blast it. So, like when I think of like if you see in like places like where it's like this person has water power, it's like okay. Sorry, we're gonna talk about My Hero Academia. I like it fine. I like parts of it a lot. I think parts of it are like okay. But like when I think about like Todoroki freaking shooting out giant ice glaciers, I'm like, so is he creating matter? Like, are the like laws of? I mean, like it's like they kind of are broken in that universe because like there's so many weird freaking powers. But I was thinking about it from that perspective, and I'm like, okay, I don't think Brooke should constantly be breaking the laws of matter because I'm like that's like she like it appears that she is, but she technically is not. It's just like when when her powers happened, it just like it messed with her body enough that like her body acts as a storage space, and like the better she gets with her powers, the better the more she can store um um it on her. Um, Turning the air around him and ice, that does kind of work, but I'm like, because I'm like, if there, I mean, I assume then there's like, cause there's water vapor in the air, but like, I'm like, how much is there really that much water vapor? Um, but that, I mean, that does sort of make sense, but I'm like, um, I think about it from that perspective, and I don't, cause like to me, like if you literally create matter, that's like ripping a hole in the universe, and I'm like, probably shouldn't do that. So yeah, if she runs out of water, she runs out of water. I missed it. What would Brooke's favorite Pokemon be? I mean, I want to say Popplio, Brio, and Primarina because that's my favorite. Maybe not though. I don't know. I'd have to think on that. I mean, the only other one I can think of is a Greninja because I think that kind of makes sense for her. But I'm not a huge Greninja person. Greninja person. So I don't know. Also, I messed that up. Like I think Greninja's cool. Like also, would it be Inteleon? Because like Inteleon's also. I mean, Inteleon's kind of cool, but I'm also like, oh, I don't know. Something about him just kind of stirs me wrong. How does she compress it inside her body all the time? How she like it's I just think of it as just like it's there. Like she can take it and like when she reaches her limit, she's like she could not take it. Like it would just not come in anymore. It's just like her body acts like a hammer space or um um yeah, um I don't know. It's just kind of I'm just like I kind of hand wave that away, I guess. Like not like I think it's in like I try to think of an explanation, but it's kind of just like, well, it has to work because otherwise the comic doesn't work. Which I think is like fine sometimes. Um, I still am like, god damn it. Fudge. Oh, also, yeah, yes, Bakugo's powers do have an explanation, which I think is good. Like, I just think like if I step back and think about like everything in that show, I'm like, not that it's bad for not having stuff that like I think the powers in that show are really thought out well. I'm just thinking about like what is it? There's like that seal guy, the guy who um, Froppy works with. Like he just shoots water out of his mouth. Where did that come from? Like I don't know. Like, and I don't think it's like I think it does do an extremely good job of thinking that stuff through about like maybe I should make this maybe that might be better. Um, I think My Hero Academia is mostly good, except for some stuff. I mean, I watched up to um, what was it? That was 2021 is also kind of when I fell off. Like I stopped watching at the like at the beginning of like season or like midway through season 4, and then last summer when I was like let's go watch that again. So I rewatched like everything I had seen, and then I watched the later stuff, and I was like, I still think some of it's really good, but I'm also like, I don't know. And also, screw the fucking I can't even remember Mineta. That I would Mineta, oh, bad, very bad. Um, I did also. I admittedly, because when it was ending, I'm like, well, I'm just gonna freaking read what happens, and I read what happens, and I was like, okay. There's some parts of that I like, some parts of that I was just like, all right. I don't know. This is still like I'm just trying to think of like if your shoulder. I'm like trying to think. Like normally when I would be doing this, I would like stand. I would go look in the mirror and I would take a picture of myself, but not really doing that right now. I was gonna say on that last one, phrasing, I would do other things. I would maybe use a different word, but yes, the sentiment. I get the sentiment. Yes, I would. One phrase I really like saying about characters I don't like is I just like say go die in a fire, which is fair, just funny to my brain. So I think Mineta should go die in a fire. As I have not seen, is it Bochi or Bachi? I honestly don't know what the pronunciation is. I've heard that's good. Someday I'll watch it. What was the last anime I watched? Why is my roommate calling me? She knows I'm streaming. Girl. She knows I'm streaming. I literally told her specifically. I'm just gonna let that finish. Hunts. That's a better word. What was it? No, that doesn't work. Maybe I should just do this without the hood first, and maybe that'll make it. Now this just looks funny. What happened to her? No. Man, honestly, I'm kind of right now, I'm just like, I'm not liking this idea anymore. I mean, it was kind of working. I wanted to have her looking over her shoulder. I mean, you know what? Frick it. I should just I mean, I do this. I should have done person looking over shoulder. Actually, if I talk about my comic, I'm like, I'll be at work. I mean, well, what was it? I talk about my comic to people. Like, I do not hide them. Like, let me tell you about Brookhyde. I mean, somewhat. I do and I don't. Okay, you know what? We're gonna frickin'. Well, first, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take all this. Oops. Take all this. Copy it. Because that part was at least good in some ways. Or wait. Which layer is that on? So yes, we need to erase this layer. Boop. And we're just going to work from this head because I thought the head was decent. I mean, I honestly don't I don't know many people who draw IRL. Like, I have a couple, like, I have one person in a server I'm in a friend who did do a webcomic, but they fell off because it's a lot of work, and it certainly is. Like, this is all I think about with my life, so. now I'm just staring at. Is that? Okay, no. I'm just like looking at stock images of Pearson looking over their shoulder, and I was like, is that, uh, what's his name? Is that Benedict Cumberbatch? And it was not. It was just a different white man. It was just a different white man. The problem is everyone that's like in the right pose is looking over their left shoulder, not their right shoulder, and god dang it. I mean, I could just flip the image, but I don't feel like I'd have to download the image and do that, and I'm like, ugh. You know what? Screw it. That's what I'm gonna do because this is too much. I have a picture of a white man looking over his shoulder. I'm gonna use this, and hopefully this will help. That does like make me feel good. Like, oh, there's something universal about work. I mean, like, I have been happy that, you know, like I had someone message me like I'm in a Discord server for an indie game, and I mentioned my comic there last summer, and the beginning of Pride, because I was like, oh hey, I do this comic, it's about a trans girl, and someone messaged me like later that day or the next day and was like, hey, I read your comic, and like they knew they were trans, but they were like, wow, I was so motivated, I came out to my friends and I was like, oh my god, I was like, wow, life is still worth living, I guess. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna try to talk about depression right now, but I'm doing well. I should say I'm doing well. We don't have to worry about that. But yeah, I was like, wow, that was freaking great. It made me. Oh, I thought for a second this guy had very big. This image of this man I'm looking at. This is a little better. I feel like it's working a little better. But yeah, they were so motivated. They came out to their friends, and then later, like I think like a few weeks later, mentioned like, hey, I told my parents. They were like, kind of like a little iffy about it. I have not talked like, I have not spoken with this person because they were a younger person, so I was like, oh, I'm not going to talk to people that are young on the internet. But I was happy to get that, and I was like, I was very happy, and I have not talked to them, since I think last summer. They have not updated me like, hey, this is how things going. But I hope they're doing well. Because it was literally it was especially because actually, when did it happen? Actually, I forget, it happened either the same day or the day after I had some really bad health stuff happen. So I was in full man, America sucks. I can't have this taken care of. It's real bad. And it man, this is still I don't know, I'm trying to draw here's a white man. I'm trying to draw like this, but it's hard. It's hard. You should have it more forward. Maybe that's how we should have it. But yeah, it was one of the best things I've ever had happen to me in my life, and I was like, oh, the whole comic was worth it just for this. And so I yeah, I mean, I'm gonna finish this anyway. Like, I mean, it's going to take a long time. It's going to take a long time. Like, I forgot. Yeah, Ludicolo knows Fire Punch. That's fucked up. I just think about Mirror. Is it like the guy from Coliseum and XD Gale of Darkness? I mean, I've only played Gale of Darkness, but his name is spelled Mirror. So I always thought his name was Mirror, but it's not spelled that way. So I just called him Mirror B. But now I'm hearing his music in my head. Also, I just remembered what happened with the. I forgot about the music. No wonder. That's why I started drawing bad, because I didn't have the music. But also, I'm still just like, I think I'm just gonna start over, honestly, because, and I don't think I'm gonna draw her looking over her shoulder, just because I like that pose a lot, but it's just so hard to get right. Maybe what I'll do is, if I have anything in here. Thinking about just like doing a digital version of something I have in my sketchbook, but. Don't get old. Getting old hurts. I'm still mad about not knowing where that specific drawing is. I swore it was in one of these sketchbooks, but... Here's a drawing of Vegeta. Kakarot. I love Vegeta. Like, I hate Vegeta, but I love Vegeta so much. He's such an asshole. Like, sometimes, like, I don't know if I've said, or like, I definitely have said that Dragon Ball is it's influential enough on the comic, and just, like, me, I love Dragon Ball. I mean, that's not Brooke, that's Riley, one of my characters, but that I just stared at a picture of Goku. I'm sure it's not this sketchbook. Yeah, this is my old one. I can't show that, but where was... Here's a cool demon I drew. I drew this like a decade ago. It's just weird to think about. But also I just looked at the Demi-Fiend from Shin Megami Tensei 3 and was just like, let's just do that, but different. Oh wait, is it this? No, I don't think Riley. This is all just Riley. Before Brooke even existed, like, I thought of Riley a long time ago. cool. The funny thing is, the original name was Road, and then I wanted to go, at that time I was going to go by Emily, and then I decided I didn't want to go by Emily, and I'm like, I should just name myself Road, that's a cool name. So which is funny because then I named myself after a trans mouse character, which is kind of funny in some ways, but I feel like Road is fairly gender ambiguous. Yeah, so I honestly, Sylveon's fine to me. I know that might be sacrilegious, but like I think it's cool, but I've never been super hype on Sylveon personally. I also realize I'm talking away from the microphone, I'm sorry. I'm still mad. I still want to know where that sketchbook is. It's not on my bookcase. I don't know where else it would be in this room. I have too much stuff on the floor. Not this, right? I was already looking at this one, wasn't I? Yes, this is this one. It's just like, I know, like I have this big sketchbook. I know it's in a big sketchbook, but I don't know where the other one is. I know I have two. I don't know where the other one is. And it's bothering me.
Sustained energy.
No.
Now in cookies and cream flavor. Cliff Bar.
Don't care about Cliff Bars. Thank you. Well. Oh well. Maybe I'll show y'all. This is not one I was looking for, but this is my, like, this is all the drafts of Act 1. Like literally, like, you know, here's from when the guy puts all the stuff in the water system and when they show off 738 being made and like it making that guy buff. Remember that? That was a long time ago already. It's also weird to think, like, I did change so much. Like, there was originally, I totally forgot this until just looking at it. Like, seeing, like, Brooke was going to fall and not, she was going to, there were going to be rocks standing up in the water and she was going to cut her leg on one of them. And that was how, like, the blood got out. Sorry, I should have said warning. Talk about bad stuff. The change to where it getting her back, that was a fairly last minute change, honestly. But I thought worked way better. Yeah, there's most of this came in at the end, but like some of it I did change. But where was it? There was stuff at the beginning of this. This was the first time I drew Caleb in his newer form, except he does look different there. He kind of looks old. Yeah, he does look older there, because he has the lines on the side of his cheeks too. This, I mean, we saw her once. This is that lady from the end of Act 1. The security lady. So yeah, she's important, obviously. I think that's mainly it. The other stuff is kind of spoilery. It's weird to think. Like I did all of Act 1 on paper, and then Act 2, I got this journal for, and I only did up to, this is like page 2 of chapter 6, and then I kind of just started doing everything digital because for some reason I think that the angle I draw at for physical paper is just like slightly different enough that it hurts my wrist now, and can't really do it as much, so that's fun. Oh god, sorry, I moved the mouse and it tabbed settings in front of my monitor, and I was like, what happened? I should go back to drawing again. I'm sorry, I get distracted and bleh. And I did still like that, but I don't know. With this, I was gonna draw her like standing in the rain, just like looking over her shoulder, like on a city street or something, but it kind of fell apart towards the end there. I still like that idea. I still feel like that was going well, but doing things under pressure is hard because I'm still like, wow, good job, Road. You've been here almost 2 hours and you've drawn nothing and mainly talked about video games. Yeah, it really is just instead of drawing stream or drawing and chill stream, it should be chill and drawing. And look for this goddamn sketchbook. I don't know where it is. That does remind me though of something I meant to show. I had this near my desk. Is that the outfit I gave Brooke for this chapter that I was like, I really just, did I mention this in that page? I actually don't remember. I literally just basically based it off a crop top I own. Except this is lavender instead of more blue. And Brooke can't wear crop tops because scar. I was debating having, at first there was going to be a scene where she was going to be trying on a variety of clothes, but I kind of changed my mind because I was like, and like she would be in the changing room and then be like, this is alright, and then look and then see the giant scar in the back and be like, oh right, can't wear crop tops, never mind. Because yeah, she doesn't want that being seen. It's like same thing with boobs. She doesn't want questions being asked. Be like, why do you have this giant scar now? Not that like no one. Well, like actually, the Frontier guys have seen it, so they would be able to identify her with that. But yeah, she doesn't want that getting out. I'm gonna just like zone for a second and try to think of something. that off for a second and let me look at my concepts and see if there's anything that'll give me a good idea for right now, because I'm just like, I'm really blanking. I did think about the idea of redrawing the logo, or like the thumbnail, the one of her with, like that. Because even though I redrew that like 4 months ago, I'm like, I feel like I already kind of like have changed how I draw her again, so I want to redraw it. Oh, here, I forgot I was going to show this on stream. This was the concept arting I did for her look. It was originally going to be a shirt, and yes, I stole Peter Parker's shirt colors from Spider-Man the Animated Series, because of course I did. Also, yeah, there's idea I've had, like, will this show up in the chapter? Maybe not. Honestly, no. But I like the idea of having her with part of her hair being water. So that was a concept, but yeah, I meant to show that. So yeah, there that is. Also, I took away the choker because I decided not to for right now. How would that look if black sleeves? Which layer was it again? This one? Yeah, this one.
It's officially time to deglaze my makeup with me.
No.
I am using Garnier's Micellar
It also doesn't, it hurts, I accidentally had this on the muted color, so really it should be this color up here, not the kind of muted one there. Yeah, that's that. There's that again. I basically finished this except for not making it bubble letters, but I gotta hide again. I went to freaking, I'm looking at OBS, like I went to file in OBS to open a thing, and I'm like, wait, no, not OBS, I have to go back, I have to move the mouse to freaking, I have a great brain. This was what I was talking about with the black. I was like, oh, that's just Umbreon. It's like, god damn it. Yes. I mean, I'm wearing a black shirt right now. You may be asking, who the frick is that? I'm not telling you. That's the art I was trying to find. You know, I'm gonna open it and change the name files, because the name kind of does things. But, actually, you know what? Can I do that? No, I won't do that either, because I will show the name. But, like, the art of this person was posted on Patreon already, and, like, I posted about it on Blue Sky and /Twitter, so I'm gonna name this fake, but then you can't see the name of this person because I don't want you to see the name of this person right now. Save, please. Ba, ba, ba. It's loading. But drawing what I'm about to show you is what, like, is something from so much later. Like, it's, like, genuinely, okay, where? I drew this, originally on paper, and then I did a digital version later. But drawing this was like, I was like, oh, I should make the comic because I was so happy with this specifically. And yeah, you may be asking, why the frick is there that dude with wings? I'm not telling you, and is genuinely not important right now. Like, you maybe, like, I don't know, like, it's hard to talk about, obviously, but, yeah, who this person is not important for a very, like, literally, like, I'll just say it this way. Riverine is 5 acts. Acts 1 through 4 are kind of the main story. Act 5 is something different. And this is from the something different. So it's literally like, you don't need to think about this dude, who they are, because, like, and also the thing is, this is very, very subject to change, because it is from a section of the comic that I'm like, part of me is like, do I even actually include this or not? Because it is such a different thing, and other thing, like, I can't talk about it. But drawing, like, just this, I mainly wanted to be like, I need to get to the part where this happens. But also, since then, what happens in that act has completely changed. Like, I had one idea, and then I had a bigger idea, and, like, the bigger idea, I was like, oh my god, that's perfect. Like, in this really great way that I can't talk about, obviously, but I was so in love with that. Like, since that was after starting the comic, I thought that, like, where I was like, you know, probably in, like, chapter 2, I thought that, and I was like, that's so good. Like, in, like, this perfect way that but again, it's not important. It's, like, there's still a lot to show, but, like, I don't know, like I said, that's Act 5. Act 5 I'll get to in, like, 10 years. And by then it might look very different. Because it already looks very different from when I originally conceptualized the two, Brooke and that character together. I'll just say I'm so excited. I wish I could tell. I have told, like, one friend I have at work, who they're like, yeah, I like comics. I'm like, well, let me tell you about my comic. And they were like, oh shit, that's rad. And then I was like, can I tell you about stuff later on? And they're like, yeah, sure. And they're like, that's great. I love that. And I'm like, thank you. I've told them stuff, because I'm like, I need to tell someone about this. Because I'm going insane thinking about it and not telling anyone about it, because, dear God. Anyway, we should draw, because...
Discovery Houston, press to ATO.
What is this song? I'm sorry I've been rambling so much.
The first flight of the orbit of Discovery, and the shuttle has cleared the tower.
Was that saying something about 9/11?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Oh no, it's about shuttle launching. I heard tower, and I was like radio noises, and I'm like, are they talking? Is this song about 9/11?
Discovery's 4 computers now
I was
have
like, oh my
priority
god,
control of critical data.
what? I was very confused. Like, I'm seeing images in my head I want to draw, but it's like they're so complex. I would need to go take a picture of myself in a pose, and then like, and I don't want to do that right now. I was like, I don't know, now. I don't know how much longer we'll go. I mean, it's been already 2 hours, so I should probably stop somewhat soon. So I get proper amount of sleep before work tomorrow. I just feel bad not having a finished drawing. Because I was like, this is going to be a drawing stream, and then, yeah. Let me think for a second.
Do you know QuickBooks Online
No.
can streamline your business finances?
Skip that. Let's say we'll go another like 15 minutes. I'll try to draw something in that time, maybe. I'm just gonna draw a standard thing now because that's what I'm quote unquote good at. I also honestly want to go play Xenoblade. So that kind of is motivating me to be like, yeah. Thank you, have a good night. Thank you for being here. Because, again, I was not sure. I was like, will anyone actually come to this? I think people said they would, but I'm like, do people actually want to hang out and watch me draw? I was like, that's surprising. Yeah, I'm on this. Even though I draw book, I am bad at being human, I mean, that's true. But even though I draw book, this is going to show me I need to do grammar. I can't speak, apparently. Jeez. Even though I draw her so much, like, I feel like it just changes sometimes. And I'm like, I mean, this already. I have to adjust. I've been making her hair too big. I'm trying to get to, like, still, like, I mean, like, I feel like I draw sort of, like, inspired by, like, anime. But also, my style just kind of is what it is. You know what? I'm already hating this. And also the problem is I drew a lot. just gonna go back to this and just finish here. I'm still really happy with how this head looked, but I don't know. I probably should call it because I'm starting to slur my words and I'm getting very drowsy. I'm both like, I want to go play Xenoblade. Because I didn't play Xenoblade today, and I'm also like, oh my god, my brain is fried, and I have work, and I need to work tomorrow and stuff, so I don't know. I might finish this on my own or not, I don't know, but I think probably just go ahead and hang it up, because again, I'm currently fighting to not currently I don't even know how to vocalize it. Yeah, I mean, this was fun. I feel like if I do this again,
Flight of the Airport Discovery, and the shuttle has cleared the tower.
I'll try to do this again at some point in the future. I don't know when, because like twice a week I hang out with a friend, and then like other nights I'm either working or I need to work, actually do the comic, or I need me time or whatever. So I don't know, but thank you all for everyone who joined and watched. It meant a lot to me. Thank you. And it also I didn't even say this. I meant to say this at some point, but everyone who like enjoys and reads Riverine is like, it means the world to me, for something that like I put a lot of myself into and care a whole lot about. It's great that so many people like it, and yeah, I mean, that's really, I don't know. It really means a lot. So thank you all so much for reading and hanging out and whatever. I don't know. I will see y'all sometime soon. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I don't know. Maybe I'll never do this again because will be tired. But yeah, okay. Thank you again, and y'all have a good night.